Imagine a phone ringing in an empty building at midnight, but someone or something picks up. This chilling tale from rural Ohio will haunt you. Warning: do not try this at home or anywhere else. This game can unleash horrors you can't imagine. Ethan sat in a quiet Ohio library, engrossed in a book about paranormal rituals. He was reading about a terrifying game from 2008, played in an abandoned building. His phone buzzed, his friend Caleb calling, but Ethan, deep in the book, ignored it. Caleb called again. Ethan silenced it, needing to finish the chapter. Dots! Another call. Frustrated, Ethan snapped photos of the pages to read later. He returned the book and rushed outside as Caleb called again. Dude, why do you keep calling? I was in the library, Ethan snapped, answering. Sorry, man. You said you'd get details on that game. What's up? Caleb replied. I got 80% of it. I'm coming to the apartment talk there. Ethan hopped in an Uber, heading to their shared apartment in rural Ohio. Caleb was waiting, buzzing with excitement. Tell me everything. Dude, chill. Let me sit, Ethan said, tossing his bag aside. They sat across from each other, the air thick with anticipation. It's called the telephone game from 2008. Creepy as hell, Ethan began. Telephone game? Never heard of it. Spill it, Caleb urged. You need a candle, a phone, a landline, and sea salt, Ethan explained. Sea salt? Like for cooking? Caleb asked, confused. No, it's for protection. Keeps evil spirits out, Ethan said. Two kids in 2008 played this in an empty Ohio apartment building. They set a landline on the ground floor in a dark corner, then went to the top floor, locking themselves in a bathroom. This had to happen at midnight. No lights, just darkness. Midnight? That's intense, Caleb said, eyes wide. It's not just intense, it's dangerous, Ethan warned. They sprinkled sea salt in a circle around the bathroom door for protection. One kid turned off his phone, the other kept his on. No power in the building, just a watchman far outside. They called the landline downstairs from the bathroom. Someone answered. A woman's voice whispered through the phone. Who's there? One kid asked, breaking the rule to stay silent. The call cut off. Silence. They called again. No answer, just ringing. Then heavy footsteps echoed outside the locked door. Is that the watchman? One kid whispered, trembling. No way. He's too far. It's something else, the other replied. Door rattled violently, like something was trying to break in. Both kids screamed, frozen in fear. One kid turned on his phone's flashlight. A huge mistake. Through the transparent door, they saw her, twice the height of a human, with massive hands and glowing eyes. She pounded the door, but the salt circle kept her out. One kid passed out, terrified. The other wanted to run. We can't leave! The salt's protecting us! The conscious kid yelled. Joe! I'm not staying! The other screamed, splashing water to wake his friend. He ignored the warnings and stepped past the salt circle. Bombing he crossed, the figures split into 10 monstrous forms. They tore into him, reducing his body to a skeleton in seconds. The surviving kid watched, frozen, as the figures merged back into one. She tapped the door, whispering, Will you come out? He stayed silent, trembling, until dawn broke. At sunrise, he opened the door. His friend's bones lay scattered. He ran to the watchman, who called the police. The police found no bones, no blood, nothing. They thought the kid was crazy, sent him to a hospital. His friend? Listed as missing, never found. Back at the apartment, Caleb was hooked. We should try it. No way, man, it's too dangerous, Ethan warned. Caleb couldn't sleep, obsessed with the game. At 11 p.m., while Ethan slept, Caleb grabbed the landline and salt. He snuck out, heading to a construction site nearby. Avoiding the watchman, he slipped through a back entrance. Inside, he set the landline in a dark ground floor room. He climbed to the 8th floor, locking himself in an empty room. He spread salt around the door, then turned off his flashlight. At 12:10 a.m., he called the landline downstairs. It rang. No answer. He tried again. Nothing. Maybe it's all fake, he muttered, frustrated. One last try. The phone rang twice. Then someone picked up. A thin, eerie voice whispered his name. Caleb. Fear gripped him. The voice urged him to speak. He stayed silent, but the phone wouldn't turn off. Strange sounds, cries, laughs, screams, came through the line. Caleb panicked, pulling his hair, feeling his mind slip. Hours passed. He collapsed, exhausted, dehydrated. At dawn, banging woke him. Watchmen shouted in the distance. He opened the door, stumbling out. The watchman attacked, thinking he was a trespasser. Caleb fled, reaching the apartment, shaken. Ethan woke, seeing Caleb's pale face. "You okay, man?" "Just bad dreams," Caleb lied, hiding the truth. "I'm heading out. Want to come?" Ethan asked. "Nah, I'm tired. I'll rest," Caleb replied, staring at the sunrise. This Ohio tale became infamous in 2008, with many claiming to see spirits. We recreated this true story to chill your bones. If you faced a terrifying experience like this, email us at sharethehorrorstory@gmail.com. If it's gripping, we'll turn it into a video within 5 days. Like, share, and subscribe for more real horror stories.